No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Cleveland.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Now, here's Irving. He had a 30-point outing their last game against New Orleans.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
And so here's Portland. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Lillard dishes to Larkin. Knocked away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. To the inside. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Larkin kicks to Lillard. Mozgov with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And Lillard kicks to Larkin. Shot clock at 3. Portland moving the ball around. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Now, here's Irving. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Lillard, the pass to Larkin. Plumlee with the screen. Now, here's Aminu, guarded closely. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. And that's collected by Love.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Mozgov. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Mason Plumlee.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Cavaliers 5th.
And right now, their three-point shooting, terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
The Cavaliers leading by 20.
You got it. Let's get the ball
Jordan with it. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Henderson on the wing, guarded by Jordan. And here's Henderson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Irving dishes to James. And he goes right over Mason Plumlee and slams it down.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And Lillard kicks to Larkin. Back to Lillard. Inside, Plumlee. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 8 points for Mason Plumlee. Cleveland leading by 20. Irving kicks to Jordan. The 11-footer goes back up. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. A different look now for Cleveland. J.R. Smith's checked in for Love. And a jumper in there for Jordan. Free throw off from Mozgov. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers lead by 17. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Henderson. Then there's Davis. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And Lillard kicks to Henderson. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it? Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
And so here's Portland. And stolen by Love. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Right, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. It's a pick by Love. Jordan kicks to Irving. He dishes it to Love. The feed now to Jordan. 5 to shoot.
Oh, wow. Oh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
Yeah.
And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of TF.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Cleveland leading by 20.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
LeBron outside, and they double him up with LeBron. Irving with a clean look. No good on the 3.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's Henderson. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Portland ball. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Davis, the pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Releases. No luck. Some solid defense there from Irving. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Everything going to plan here to start the 3rd. 80% shooting thus far.
Start it. Ooh, Blazers.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for your Blazer dancers. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He went over the offensive plan and said that it hinges on running through Plumlee. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now here's LeBron. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. On the wing, Irving. Love outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, it's such a sweet 3-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now, here's Lillard. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could,
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
And we'll take a look here at a very skilled bunch of point guards at the stripe. Look at the numbers they've put up over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Kyrie Irving.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be.